Good afternoon, and thank you all, especially Orpita, for inviting me to this forum and connecting old friends virtually. I will speak today not as school leader, but as a teacher, for that's essentially who I am, a teacher at heart. The post COVID new normal has laid bare a confusing world in which standing together to show unanimity of purpose and response must now be reinvented with the new social distancing norms in place. Now that we have accepted the new normal, we must be slowly on the path of recovery with resilience and, of course, with technology as our new guru. However, I feel it is crucial more than ever before for us teachers to retain the personal touch, to stay connected, to generate awareness and response to the issues that are surfacing, using both our creativity, our intellect, but never forgetting the teacher's heart. And this is what brings me to my topic: connecting with the affective domain, the emotional connect that we must retain now, come what may. Question is how? So, the answer for me very simply lies in the two E's: engage and enjoy, with less or reduced teacher talk and more space for reflection. Often, when I ask my students what is it that they look forward to when they connect with me for their online classes, they always reply conversation. They really miss school, and so do we. And we miss the human touch, the personal connect the most. What we miss most is the adda in the staff room, the gossip, the quick look in the mirror before we used to dash to our classrooms, the sharing of food. And it's the same for our students as well. Sharing tiffin, washroom escapes. Believe it or not, they miss school so much that they are indeed happy to wear their uniforms now for their online classes, and they wear it happily with pride and joy. It's so important for us, sanity, to keep this connect alive, because for the rest now you have Google, Spark Notes, Khan Academy, Diksha, the list is endless. So it is the affective domain that I believe makes them competent, builds the right attitude and emotional balance that I feel is so important for social integration. Consider a brilliant student in your class with anger management issues. I'm sure that he or she will find social interaction and collaboration terribly difficult in real time and space unless we as teachers have identified and addressed these issues while he was still young. So we must give them self-learning opportunities and freedom of choice. It is our job more than ever before to look, listen and learn in the process. So we must stop and look for signs. We must inquire, why is Ishika looking low today? Why is Arshi looking so restless? Ask them, make them feel important and give them points to ponder upon, using humor at times. Keep it light and lots of conversation. For school students, because I happen to be the leader of a school or a teacher in a school, their attention span is often less than that of a goldfish's. So we must use energizers, icebreakers, bonding with a purpose. There are times when I'm teaching and my pet, my dog, happily saunters in, and the children are so excited to see that Mrs. Shaha is sharing her screen space with her pet. Or perhaps using Frank Sinatra's song My Way to teach Robert Frost's Road Not Taken, or taking them for a virtual visit to the Cairo Museum while teaching Ozymandias to connect about how nothing lasts, how time is the only constant and everything else is ephemeral. Robert Frost, My Way, and the conversation, the deeper connect with choices. Watch how their responses come tumbling after, because they're so excited to find common metaphors to connect with. Cognitive domain or the content will thus happen along the way. What is more important for all of us to know is that this virtual class of ours, this window of ours, is now also an escape from the mundane, from the ordinary, and sometimes even the violent reality. It gives us purpose, it gives us our identity, and helps us retain our creativity, both for teachers and learners. It is a much needed release for us all if we allow it to be so. It's not easy. I understand that to manage screen time, plan lessons, submit assignments online for students and correct them online for teachers, it's not easy at all. But then when we say that we love school or we love our students, it is a given that if we love something, we need to make time for what we love. So let's make the much talked about Bloom's taxonomy come alive. Let's make it real. Let's allow our children to create resources, create podcasts, games, audio plays, video journals, as many are doing already. But let's help them identify the objective and map the outcomes with our learning designs in the classroom. Try reverse mentoring. Flip the class, because our children can really teach us a thing or two about using technology to create resources. Connecting with films, with art, with music, with theatre has helped me find engaging metaphors to make my students aware of social issues and contexts at their level. There is so much that needs fixing today. Questions of race, domestic violence, class conflicts, the economic meltdown, they're all rearing their ugly heads. And some of us teachers, learners, parents, and students are also caught in this conflict because we are locked out and away from the workplace or from school. Let them create resources like The Girl in the Pink Frock, a film by Anurupa Roy, which I watched recently, where puppetry was used to make children aware about the migrant laborers' walk back home. Start conversations. Give them points such as these to ponder upon and reflect on long after the class has concluded. But let's always be positive. Someone, in fact, said that in the COVID times, nobody wants to be positive, everybody wants to be negative. But in our classrooms, we must be positive because despondency is not the answer. So let's talk and listen about things that matter, not just the text. Let's keep it sequential and contextual. And above all, let's make our classes safe zones for trust and sharing to blossom without the fear of judgment. There will be bad days. There will be days when we don't feel like getting out of bed because it's the same old. So share your bad day stories with them, for there will be bad days for our students as well. They too are missing going to school, catching up with their friends, just as we are missing dressing up for work and catching up with colleagues. So tell them they are not alone. Tell them it's okay. And even the principal is allowed to have bad days once in a while. Remember the Idea Mobile ad? Years back, Abhishek Bachchan as the brand ambassador, there was this ad which said that the mobile phone could be used to connect classrooms and to reach across rural sectors. We thought it was absurd, but today that's exactly what we are doing. The other day I read a Times of India article about how teachers in the rural zones and districts are using loudspeakers to bridge the digital divide and to connect with students. It is possible. If we will it, it is possible. So to sum up, it is the time now for us to reach out to those who are not finding that escape route locked in their homes. We must use technology as a tool for generating awareness, resilience, and response. We must ask our children to create and share resources, flip the class, reverse roles. We can tell our senior students to use Instagram and other so-called cool ways to connect and create awareness, for the need of the hour is to become mentors. Inspire and connect using technology. We must learn to rewrite rule books, add kindness, offer choices, and create change makers who will someday heal the world. Thank you for listening.